I think we're up to episode 9. This is for Multi. Here's some poetry for someone who was strictly a friend. Someone for whom, over many years, I was there to listen to problems, sympathise, occasionally give bad advice, or simply laugh at. Unlike many others, this friendship endured, over many Saturday lunches in particular. The only thing we shared was a bank account. But that's another story. When I heard of your loss of a love, I was struck by the thought of the loss of all love, and I wept. For if absence cannot get the heart to grow fonder, then what hope remains for my love over yonder? Are all the emotions and dreams that I've kept to be wasted, and all that I get is bad luck? For solace, you still have your friends by your side, no compensation there in truth, but still someone to help you through the pain and sorrow parting brings. So you forget that love, return to other things that held your interest before the love had begun to mess around your life, and you still have your pride. Now hold your head up high, for you must carry on regardless now the shackles of that love has gone. There've been times when we've gone right up to the brink and showed our hearts to the chasm of love below, and we always seem to be running out of sync. When I want to hold you close, you want to let me go. Through all these years you've had the image of a friend within my life, and I could never see that change unless this love I have for you wins in the end, or else it will reverse again and love would be so strange. I've known you too long to feel that lust of old when I feel you so close, but not holding my hand. There are dreams of mine that I have never told because I felt that you would never understand. Catch my love if you can fall in love with me, or just be ready when our minds will be as one. I could love you now and take you easily as the one for me. I don't want to be alone. You and I must face the feelings that we hide, and I must tell you now just what I really think. You say you don't love me, but I think you never tried. I've fallen in love, but now we've fallen out of sync. There's a love that's in my heart that doesn't live in the life of she I love, but it's still true, and though you'll never know the love I've got to give, when I reach out in my mind I'm touching you. Although by day we talk a lot, you still don't know about the love I try to hide when I pretend that all the dreams I have at night could never show, and you'll always think of me as just a friend. But could I ever tell the secret that I keep to who I'll always love, but rather didn't know that I would hold so close through nightly dreams asleep? I'll love in silence, and I'll never tell you so. And if you wonder if I'll ever talk of love, or if there's anything that you could ever do to let me know that this poor heart could be enough, when I reach out in my mind for touching you, then you could tell me if such love could ever be, and reach out with your heart for touching me. Dear sister, though we share no blood, we share the pain. I empathise with you each loss that we must bear, until we too are all the feelings that remain. I love you, dearest sister, and I know you care. Through troubled times I'll be the one there by your side, and hope that you can be the one who's there for me. The time you lost your love, we both sat down and cried. The next day we both laughed in our own sympathy. I can't express exactly how I feel for you, except to say I'll be there for you. I'm the one who'll share the good times with you, joy in all we do, who'll hold your hand just when you think that you're alone. But words can never be enough to tell you this. Just read it in my actions as I show the way I love you. If there's any statement that you miss, I'll tell you once again, but on another day. I know there will be others in your life to share your heart, and there's so much a brother cannot give, but still you know I'll be the one who's always there, as brother to his sister. Long may this love live. When we were young, we had some independence. We always had to face up to our fears. Together through the trials of our ascendance, and I was there to wipe away your tears. I'm always there to prop you up when falling, the only one to trust amongst your peers. My ears have always listened for your calling, and I'll always be there to wipe away your tears. There's not a day goes by we're not together, and that is where we'll stay for many years. There is a tie between us none can sever, 'cause I'm the one to wipe away your tears. And even in the good times I will be there, as we replace the frowns for laughing cheers, the memories of happiness that we share. In joy I will still wipe away your tears. In years from now, old age will come and find us, still linked, although our final parting nears, and we can smile at all we've left behind us, and even then I'll wipe away your tears. Sometimes we talk as if true love could spark at any moment now, and then there'll be a silent pause while we reflect on what we've said and hope the other didn't misinterpret words of love somehow. So easily we take that path, too often so we've been misled. The two of us have realized there is no hope for love between, but each forgets the other can't have changed their mind in such short time. A laugh explodes a myth, but sometimes I don't know just what you mean and get romantic notions that I have to purge my heart with rhyme. But do we try to hide our feelings from ourselves? I dare not guess. It's best to just pretend, then leave the rest to chance, assuming there is nothing that will end this time of loneliness and give us more than just an image of the coveted romance. But each keeps their desire inside so that the other cannot know the feelings that we have to hide, in case the closeness there might grow. Is it true you never want to hear a baby cry within your arms, or wipe away the tears, or try to recognize the high-pitched voice? You never want to sing a lullaby at night and hope it calms the troubled heart you love with all your life, as if you had a choice? Is it true you never want to hold the baby, laughing, childish joy, a gurgling smile, the eagerness of little eyes but yours to see? Are you so cold you'll never feel such warmth? A little girl or boy you tickle in full mirth and love, that happiness will never be. Is it true you never want to see somebody growing up so fast you'd lose track of their dreams if you'd not lived and breathed them every day? Don't you want someone to be there for you too when, at the very last, the thoughts you wanted to go on forever seem to fade away? Is it true you never want to be relied on by another soul, someone who needs you always but can just as well be there for you? I wonder if you think of this as something less than a control on how you want to live your life alone. I wonder if it's true. We're friends and nothing more, and that is how we'd both like this to stay, though some would say there's surely dark desire beneath the face we wear. So I would smile if you can find someone to love, the joy I share, but if they go to steal your heart, don't let them take your love away. I'll stand beside you always for support when things are looking grey, a hug so chaste it hurts to think without each other we're alone. I have no deeper hidden thoughts for which I feel I must atone. I'll stay this far away forever. Please don't take your love away. The trying times will come when I've someone myself who could well say I smile too much when seeing you again, but there's still nothing more than friendship. Then I'll turn to hug the lover who I do adore in other ways, but still I'd hope you never take your love away. For now, as you must separate me from your lover, simply say I am the one who never touched you longingly, and I will wait for you to differentiate his love from mine and set it straight within your mind, and know you'll never have to take your love away. Even when Multi went on sabbatical for 6 months, um, I was still thinking of her. We had a cafe we would always go to, and I still went there on Saturday for lunch, I guess. This place will never be the same again without your smile, your eyes to mine, our coffee-covered conversations. Every now and then I must return alone and softly call the spirit of the minds we were to prove that I had ever been a part of this now empty scene. It wasn't just a dream. It seems so long ago the meanings fade, the well-constructed plans we laid, all those decisions that were made, and the little games we played, no more. And so I am a shadow of that man before, so much I'd pale into the walls for coming here too often. Just another fixed expression where my ghost still calls, another time, another place, another face where I have nearly faced them all, though I cannot replace the one I want. The shimmering of ghosts retreats into the chairs and tables where they hide when I'm not there, and I stir memories in the laden air, breathe deeply to dispel my cares, live lonely, and it's only weeks you've not been there to share the atmosphere I seek. Such places cannot be the same once one important face goes missing, and I'm left with staring at another empty cup of coffee. Life's reflection, only lonely, brownly stained. I leave behind a tender memory to take me in another time. What does it mean that we have been so far apart, yet you can't see how good we look together now? And I ask whether we somehow have drifted further with time's passing since the moment of returning, or we've changed into new strangers as two dreamers wake from yearning. I remain the same by name alone. I see we must so soon restart the closeness of a broken heart in those who shared but rarely showed true feelings, or the flame in knowing deeply where emotions flowed, and goaded both to joy and grief for their relief, that I called art. Does it mean less that we can love a little without tenderness, or else much more than either can express what neither sees as serious? This being closer than a lover, sharing with no other, secrets told in trust that just might seem that we would rather be alone together. Daily, then, we must. There is no hope unless we face the thoughts we chase away to ponder what it was that separated us before, and wonder what we've found from way out yonder. As strange as this may seem, I never dreamed of you in ways to be ashamed of. True, I fantasized sometimes, but always realized the limits of a thought that brought you to my arms at last, so you could see this hidden love, so smitten at a distance, but distinct from the illusion I've long wrought. If longing is an evil thing within my heart, it's left no room for being good, and I'm incapable of seeing what I should, the limitations of my hope, the situations where I can escape the shackles of desire but never could. I look inside and find the problem in my mind. I satisfy a lonely need and cope. Apologies caress the silence, never facing who it is I would abuse in midnight's gratification, always looking for a line of poetry to clear the pain or keep a place to sleep in peace. It's all no use. Those thoughts remain beneath the surface, unfulfilled as any mystery. How can I change? What makes it easy to forget what I can't have and maybe be more pleasant to the stranger I have loved without you ever knowing me? I know that you'll be there for me, no matter where that there may be. The only place is where I see your smiling face shine back at me. And always I'll be there for you, an equal share in all you do, because I know you have needs too. Where you might go, I'm there for you. Do not deny you know the need that I confide in you this way, and if we try we will succeed in finding happiness some day. To hold on tight is to be freed, to venture further is to stay and love, ignoring to take heed of hearts, to dream each night by day. As we are lost, we'll always find each other seeking for the same, a heart of loneliness, as kind as any we have known by name, a comfort and a hope to bind the ashes to a rising flame, a love made for the disinclined, where you and I together came. Beyond all loneliness there's two, and time has shown to us anew forever lies in love still true when feeling dies. Entwined are two, enshrined within the heart of me, love can begin to rise up, free of all constraints of poetry and nervous feints, and truly be. I've got time on my hands, and she understands that, the way she hands me moments for my memory to feed on, while her fate falls flat. It's in the way we have no going back that keeps me moving on. The soothing rhythm carries us along to somewhere we have never been, along a way we will not see until too late. But if I wait too long, this ache will make of us more time than I can take, more us than I could break if so inclined, and one day I will wake to be alone again, unless I try much harder than I tend to by mistake. When will it end, this turning of a friendship into other things, this yearning, and then mending all the damage done, returning to the crime's cold scene? She thinks she knows what love can mean, but as it goes away from me, she flows in her own rosy dreams. Sometimes it seems as if a poet never learns to throw away old lines and start with something new straight from the heart. The art is making it believable before she leaves me. And if it gives me means to hold her longer, maybe I can then be stronger in my finding self, so long for more than from her. But as I delve deep into these uncharted realms of cool reflections, I detect less of the was for what now is, and all I've missed beside her climbs on for the ride. Inside, some solo bliss lain cold so long now looks on this as ultimate commitment, the exchange of precious time for a forever. I'm reminded how the moments may escape before I get back to due return. So mournful love I truly lack, and know that I must love her now or else be lonely evermore. I've waited, and they say it's not so much the length of time, but how you spend it. I've put mine in lines of rhyme, lived less, loved lost, lied, learnt, and meant it. I'm fated for a better future. Far away from this illusion, I will learn to love again some day. In the confusion of light hearts, I'll make a new start on an old path with nothing more to say. So write the new art, boasting of beginnings, bursting with dreams, beckoning believers, yet none of that now seems more than wordy steam and wordless scheming of deceivers. How I can wait! I've gained my trade with patient honours, and the time has made the care-free tremor with anticipation played out in expressions faced when hope might fade. And such a weight I've laboured under, pressed to overburdened shoulders, holding back the tears of knowing that this rates below the fear of never holding someone near again. That pain, that insurmountable affliction of the soul, remains something to be avoided. I control my tears and point my thoughts more positively towards dear love's arrival after I've survived this pause. In waiting, all that's gone before falls far, so far away, and gathers like discarded moments at my feet, to lay where I can leave the past, the last heart's hurts in disarray, to face what comes at last, and smile at that then, come what may. The weight trickles lines to fill the page. The age of indecision tingles in its leaving, so the presence of such grief belies the essence of relief, the surety that she will come, and I will not be so alone for long. There's more to life than love, she said. A smile that left her weary face crept out of conversation in the contemplation of her state. Sometimes it is enough to be as happy on your own. I traced the words that made her feel alone, and knew that they would seal her fate. There's more to love than sex, she pined, now finding there were other things to plague her mind once emptiness was put to bed or kept at bay. Or so my mother says, refreshing how another's view still brings new slants on something personal so we can wish our cares away. There's more to sex than men will understand, I nodded, grim and sage, so grateful, excused from what she meant, and yet not knowing why. But every now and then I let them have their way, and I am of an age when understanding ladies seems impossible, but I still try. There's more to me, I know, like the concession made the world aright. I might as well have raised an eyebrow then as let her carry on. Sometimes you have to show them they have fragile hearts to hold at night, and mine then wondered if the breaking hurt could wait till she was gone. There's more to know, to live, than I can comprehend, and in the end I'd say I must agree, and she, my dearest friend, may never look on me as more than being here for her when she would wish her needs away. It's easier to show than tell, and so she let her conscience be. We eyed each other off, assessing distances to see how far the other one would go if pressed, or if they'd only back away. We look into ourselves reflectively, as this is who we are, two people so alike, so known that now there's nothing left to say. When I was crazy young in love, and you would hold another's hand, I thought that I was safe from you, and maybe you'd not notice me. And when I loved another, even then I didn't understand your looks, your eyes, that I could not interpret as some jealousy. Sometimes we might compete to see who makes relationships to last, and all these years of friendship haven't counted, or else we ignore the fact that there could be a future based so loosely on our past. But I can see us going on with this great love forevermore. Regretfully, I let you walk away from me like every night, pretending I don't care, then contradicting in the love I write. That's a wrap. It's been a long time since I've seen Multi. She's gone back to the UK, and we don't talk anymore, which is a shame. A friend lost. Thank you for listening.